Hello, we're looking at how to web scrape a site called food.com. So what I've done so far is write the outline of the spider, and as you can see I've saved it onto GitHub. Scrapy 6, AJAX example, spider.01.py. What I'm going to do is save incremental copies with different names. It will just make it easier for you to go in and see stage by stage the progress of the code. And let's begin. So we've put in our little ASCII logo at the top. What you may not always see on tutorials or videos is what I have done here, which is import OS. I do that so that I can remove any old CSV before I make another attempt. If you don't do this, then you run into lots of problems with the CSV appending to itself, and then you end up with a very big CSV and you need to scroll all the way down to find your latest results, and you can often think that you've got a spider which isn't working when in fact you just need to scroll down and then you'll find it has worked. So import OS, try os.remove, name of your CSV, except if you get an error, if it doesn't find that file, then it just does pass. The reason why it wouldn't find that file is because it's either already deleted it or you're running the code for the first time. So either way, it's all good. Now, food results.csv, where does it get that name from? Well, as always, import Scrapy, the very first line. From scrapy.crawler, import crawler process. Make sure you do the capital C there, capital P there, and that's all lowercase. From scrapy.loader, we use the loader here because we're using items.py. So crawler process, item loader, two Scrapy methods that we want to use. So that then we create our Scrapy spider, and it's called food.com. I'm not putting a full stop in it. So name food-com. That's just a Scrapy name that links it all together. Not too important here really, because we're actually running the code as a Python file. So food-com, we have to put a name in, so that's what we're calling it. Overall, not too important in the grand scheme of things because we're running it from within a Python script, as you can see at the last 4 lines here. Start URLs. Okay, so we've chosen to scrape food.com, the recipes, all of them, and we're going for the healthy category. We need to just check that a bit more because we need to also pass a page number. So we need to think about how we will split a URL and then increment the PN. If you remember earlier, we identified that PN increments as we do the infinite scroll. So that will change. Start URLs. Headers, I've stuck with the normal headers that we use. You can Google for user agent Scrapy. This will change over time, so if you're watching this in a few months' time, i.e. not watching it in July 2020, these numbers are most likely to have changed, but it's not a problem. You just use whatever the current recommended headers are. So we've covered the name, that's not too important, it's not critical, it just links Scrapy together. Call it what you want, keep it lowercase, and try not to confuse it with the class name. You could call it the same, but if you call it the same name, then you could end up confusing yourself. Name, custom settings. Yeah, so custom settings, as you've seen in a recent video of mine, we're using the new format, which uses a dictionary inside a dictionary. Feeds, and then food results.csv is the name of the file, and then inside that you declare the format, so it is a CSV. and then 3 curly braces to close it. So feeds, open curly braces, feed results.csv, whatever your text file name is, CSV file, and so on. Okay, so then, as ever really, I've begun with parse and parse details. The reason for that is because parse will be the method which deals with the first page. When I say the first page, I mean if you imagine it as a tree structure, it will handle the top of the tree where that is the first page that you get your links from. So this will look at the first batch of, I've put 10 there, I need to check that. So it'll look at your first page, 10 thumbnails, and then from there it will get 10 links, and then it will visit those 10 links, and it will do a callback to parse details. So parse gets the links. Whilst it's got the links, it goes and visits the links and gets the recipe ingredients and the items. Once that's run, that will then yield and it will call back to parse, which will keep going, and then once it's done all 10, it will go and visit the next page, and it will keep visiting the next page until there are no more pages. Here we've got main driver, so if name equals main, process equals crawler process, process.crawl is then the name of the process. We put the class name foodcom in here, so we instantiate that class which does all of this, and then start. This you will find in all of my code. Okay, so if you're ready, let's just close this. Let's begin looking at editing some code. So we're going to start with parse. So we need to start identifying the links on the first page and take it from there.